The 2020 Investec Super Rugby competition is proudly brought to you by Placemakers.
They're home and ready to make good the first and third round stumbles here at Eden Park. The Auckland franchise hosting the Lions, the Kiwi team finding form and not prepared to surrender that winning feeling just yet.
Elation for the Blues.
An outstanding performance.
The Blues have finally broken the duck against the Hurricanes.
What a change, what a turnaround.
There's a different mindset within the boys and within the team.
I feel like we're playing a lot more consistent rugby. It's a good start, it's an exciting time. We've got some good young players that are not scarred from the past. They want to create their own legacy.
Defensively, they were massive.
Is Penalfetta and Marchante is going to waltz in. Brilliant score from the Blues.
We're only one loss away from copping a lot of flack again, and we don't want to go back there.
Dry score, brilliant.
We went away and put some good performance on, but more importantly, we really want to do it in front of a home crowd.
We're looking forward to getting back to Eden Park.
We want to make our region proud. Playoffs is a big target for us this year.
The Blues relishing their best start in the opening 6 rounds of Super Rugby in almost a decade. Their combinations, they're settling, their defence, well, it's just unrelenting. They now want to prove themselves as real contenders. Well, the pride of the pack is on the line for the Lions. The South African outfit with just 1 win from 5 outings. They're on the road. They are undoubtedly under pressure. Will this be the match that they finally silence the doubters? Well, the local crowd hope not. Blues fans wanting to witness for themselves the winning ways of their team. You can too here on Sky Sport as round 7 action of Super Rugby continues. Welcome into Eden Park and this earlier start due to the rescheduling of the Sunwolves Crusaders match that was supposed to be in Japan. It's now in Brisbane. Welcome in too to Ali Williams and Kaltanana. First of all, afternoon footy, how good?
Yeah, it's magic, isn't it? I mean, I forgot my sunscreen, but there's some heat coming off KT's hair here. So I wonder how the boys will go today. But look, it's just great for the crowd. It's great for everyone to get out in an event and afternoon rugby.
Mate, your face is going to be the same colour as Bernie's dress after this. I can't wait to see that. But I mean, it's happened through unfortunate circumstances that we're here. The crowd are baying for afternoon football. We're going to get it today. And I mean, I'm sure big crowd's going to come in and support these two teams.
No doubt, yes. Coronavirus really taking a grip on the sporting world, isn't it? Well, Ali, you'll be very proud of your former team. 3 wins on the bounce and away wins too. Yeah,
they're going really well. I think Leon McDonald's doing a great job. He's simplified everything. He's basically taken out the ego, which does come into a Blues team, and players are playing for themselves. They're challenging themselves, internal rivalry, and they're just having fun too. It looks like it. They're having a lot of fun, KT.
And one thing I'd say also, Ali, just a month ago I was talking to Leon McDonald right about this spot after they lost to the Crusaders, and they were in all sorts. And I think sometimes when you go away and go overseas and get away from the negativity, it galvanises you, and I think exactly what it's done.
Oh, especially the Auckland media, you know, we do hound in on them, and if they don't do too well,
there she is.
So we're doing well.
The Lions, look, they've had little to celebrate so far. Do you think they're going to take some confidence at all from the fact that the Blues haven't won at home yet and they're missing some key players, their captain Tuipulotu, Marchant?
Yeah, I mean, look, when a team's not going well, the momentum's not with them, they've got to force things. And actually, that's not the right thing to do. So, speaking to their coach just before, he's saying, look, simplicity, let's have a crack. They've got quality players still in that team, and John Shears and the likes, who can turn them around.
And I think also, like, the Lions now when where the Blues were a month ago, you know what I mean? So like you say, Ali, they have got some players that can threaten this Blues team. The Blues won't want this to be a banana skin game either. So when you come into this game like the Lions, no one's picking them, no one's giving them a show. That's the best time for them to strike. That's when they're most dangerous.
Now, you know that April 11th, Bowden Barrett is on the way back. You've got a feel for Otiri Black, don't you? He's on form. What kind of mindset would he be in knowing that he's got arguably the best first 5 in the world coming back in 4 weeks?
I think he's probably enjoyed having him around, to be honest with you, in terms of what he learns, composure and all that. Yes, do you feel sorry for him? A little bit, but hey, you want the team winning. So my view is Bowden will probably go to fullback, but who knows?
We wait and we watch. Well, the Blues undoubtedly enjoying a real resurgence. Same can't be said for the Lions. The man tasked with turning those fortunes around, their coach, Ivan van Rooyen. He caught up with Justin Marshall.
Well, Ivan, it's not been the ideal start to the season for you. What do you think the key to success for the Lions is tonight?
Yeah, Justin's for us to keep it simple. If it's simple, and then probably be more effective. So for us, it's just back to basics and doing the small things well.
Well, welcome to New Zealand afternoon rugby. Sun on your back, probably conditions that you're really used to from Joburg. So, licensed to thrill today?
Yeah, it's a perfect day to play rugby. In the sun, we prefer playing in the sun. So yeah, for us, it's a good opportunity.
And what's the one key thing do you think for the key to success tonight?
If we can stop the Blues momentum early, then we've got a shot.
Well, good luck. Good to have you here.
Well, they are on struggle street, aren't they? The Lions, they reached 3 consecutive finals, 2016, 17, 18, but surely their defence is something they have to focus on, a real deficiency there.
What coach spoke about right there was stopping the Blues' momentum. How do they do that? Through their defence. I know for sure they're going to come up and try and stop the Blues before they get on the front foot ball.
Yeah, definitely, KT. You've got people like Schumann in that side who is a quality defender, but defence is built on confidence, inside and outside you. How much confidence do you have the man on the inside is going to make his tackle and the like. So when a team is down, defence is the one that sort of...
21 tries they've leaked in 5 games.
Yeah, 157 points, you know, they've only scored 99, so a points differential of minus 58. But the thing is, as Ali spoke about, the disconnect, they're getting the players in the wrong position, they're getting beaten as a consequence of that. So that's all about communication, putting yourself in the right position and then communication across the board.
You can't lack their efforts, you know. You're not a professional rugby player and you don't go out there and just, oh, he can go through, you know. They're all putting it in, but it's just one of those things, the combinations probably aren't coming off, and here's hope it continues like that for another week.
Perhaps those combinations aren't there because they've hemorrhaged some key players. You talk about Whiteley, Smith, Marks. I mean, they're missing some big Springbok names.
Yeah, and I think the thing for me, I can equate it to like the Highlanders. They've lost a huge part of their leadership group. So these guys, well, I think Whiteley, the captain, who led them to the last couple of Super Rugby finals, he's been a huge loss for them. And for guys to be able to step up there, it takes a lot.
Yeah, but they do have the players. You can't look back. In a rugby team, you can't look back. And Janches, he is a class outfit. I mean, he was coached under Carlos Spencer, so we all know what he could do. And I mean, you just see it. You see what he can turn a game on his head and go from there. And you've got Tyrone Green there, who's playing outstandingly well, moved slightly to fullback from the wing. You know, it's there for them.
So, KT, is this really important that not only as players they step up, but leadership roles? Your Yanchis, your Schoomans.
Yeah, 100%. Schoeman, like you said, he's going to be the physical litmus test for them. If he gets amongst it, is able to get amongst the Blues, break down, is able to make some turnovers. They're going to get balls like this, you know. And the front football is what Coach was speaking about just before in the interview with Justin Marshall. That guy is integral to a good performance of the Lions tonight.
Well said. Well said, KT. I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, buddy. But look, if he can get the odd turnover and they play with quick ball and they have that mindset to run it, dangerous.
That's what Jantes plays off, that quick ball. And he's got so many tools, like Carlos. He's got the right foot, he's got the left foot, he's got a good pass, and he can go himself. He just needs a platform to launch off.
So many different dimensions to that game. Well, the numbers, they really haven't looked too flash for the Lions so far this campaign. But let's maybe have a look at the numbers for those wanting to have a little punt, maybe a little flutter. Mark Stafford from the TAB. What are the digits doing for us?
Well, who would have thought that the Blues could be $1.15 in any game last year, but this year, back to back to back, warm favourites. And look at the margins. The 13 and over for them at $1.57 is the favoured way in the winning team margin. And the Lions margins, well, 7 and 21, pretty much says we think it's highly unlikely that the Lions can get a win here. Couple of fun options. The first one I'm calling Bang Bang. Can the Blues get 2 tries in the opening 20 minutes? And Bernie, you just mentioned that the Lions are leaking a lot of tries. Can the Blues get 2 in the first 20 minutes? $2.50 for that. And Showtime, this is all about Rico Ioane and Mark Talia. Can they both score a try? I think there'll be a few tries today. Sunshine, hard ground. $3 for both of those guys to get a try.
It is a beautiful day. Is there, Staffy, a super special for the Super Rugby game?
Yeah, look, there is. And I mentioned one last night on Aaron Cruden, who's a Manawatu First Five former, or Terry Black, a Manawatu First Five. Tonight, can he score 15 or more points? His goal kicking is outstanding at the moment. He's not afraid to take the line. He just needs 15 or more points. We're offering $4 on that, 4 times your money, 400% return on Oteri Black.
Thank you, Mark Stafford. Well, the punters are now in the know. The Blues and the Lions now have to deliver. Sky also promises to deliver in the entertainment stakes, not just with the rugby, but Monday, the same release day as the States. Westworld returns with season 3, premiering at 2 p.m. and an encore at 8:30 on Soho. Get a dose of cricket before that, though, with the second one day between the Black Caps and the Aussies, live from Sydney on Sky Sport 2 from 11:30. We are at Eden Park. Can the Blues make it 4 on the trot? What will they have to do? Let's catch up with Tom Coventry, the forwards coach, who's with Justin.
Well, Tom, momentum, which is really good. What's the important thing for the Blues to continue that tonight?
Well, we're home. I think for us, it's key that we play well in front of our crowd. It's good to be home. Consistency in our set piece would be good tonight. Hasn't always been our strongest point over the last 3 games, so we'll be looking to be a bit better there today.
Your analysis this week on the Lions, where are they dangerous?
Well, they're a unique team. I think they're using the ball quite well for South African side. They've scored a lot of tries off opposition mistakes, so we have to be pretty disciplined with our approach to the way we play and make sure we keep them out of our 22, because they're pretty deadly with their maul as well. But they've been able to score some pretty good tries off the back of other teams' mistakes, so we need to be good there.
You're starting to create some good depth, particularly in the loose forwards. Satutu starting, but Akira off the bench for some impact.
Yeah, so Aki was good last week. Hoskins probably been the form forward for us during the course of the first part of the season, so it's about rewarding him and making sure that Aki gets a chance to impress off the bench this week.
Good luck tonight, mate.
Well, Tom Coventry mentions they need to work on their set piece, but the Blues' defence has been absolutely outstanding. Do you think that's been the hallmark of this Blues team so far this season?
Yeah, I think when you get in trouble, you always look to your defence to really have your solidarity, and I think the loose forward trio of today, I think, really stands out. I think that's where they've got a distinct advantage with Papali'i, Gibson and Satutu, so I think them going forward is going to lay a platform early.
They've got real competition in there, don't they? I mean, they're challenging each other and they're working as units, and defensively they're very, very strong. What I like about the Blues defence is they're dominant tackles. They're not just tackling, they're dominating that collision, and they're actually forcing teams back, making it hard for them to create momentum on attack, so hopefully that goes.
They certainly had that against the Hurricanes last week. If we need to pinpoint an area where they do need to tighten up early and focus, surely it's got to be the line-outs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I cleaned my boots off this week just in case I get the call back up.
Nice to know.
Number 25, son, number 25, not required.
Orange cutter.
I think all it is, it's just timing. It's simplicity and timing. You've got Tom Coventry in there. We all know what the exponent of the line-out he is, so he'll be just as frustrated as any of them. But simplicity, hookers are on the money. It's just that timing thing, and look, they'll focus on that during the week, but like I keep saying and harping on, it's go back to simplicity when things get a bit confusing, KT.
I'm not talking about line-outs whatsoever. I am not touching that, big man.
It's not been in a line-out or lifted in a line-out. Let's talk Mark Talia. 5 tries so far this season. He just creates something special. Every time he gets the ball, you almost want to wait and see what he's going to conjure up, and that fend.
He's explosive, very, very explosive, and I think it's post-contact too. Not many first-up tacklers can stop Mark Talia, and I think that's been a big reason why he's been going so fantastic this year.
Yeah, he stays on his feet and he keeps that ball alive. You know, he's always looking to offload it when he gets a chance. But then what I like about him is his work rate. He gets in and around that ruck. He goes looking for the ball. He's a young kid. He's excited, and he's creating opportunities for this team. And when something's a bit stiff or stale, he manages to pop up, and look how he finishes. I mean, that's unbelievable, that one.
And you've got to be going pretty good to keep the All Black winger and push him into the centres, you know. So,
absolutely.
I mean, Rieko Ioane, like you said, a lot of competition.
Yeah, well, we talk about Rieko Ioane. Do you think he is also finding some of that form at centre? Do you think he's setting up a nice combo with TJ there?
Yeah, I think it's a tough move, moving from wing to centre, and it takes its time. Do I like seeing him there? No, I prefer him on the wing, but hey, that's just me. What do I know? And then the other element is that he is feeding these guys. He's giving them opportunity. So I reckon he's growing into the position.
I don't know if you're agreeing there.
You just be quiet and stick to the line out. You just get the ball for the backs.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Simplicity. Like, this guy wants to play centre. He's got a guy in Tana Umanga who made the switch at the top level from wing into that number 13 jersey. And he's got such a great distributor. We know about his explosive speed off the mark. He is the real deal, Rieko Ioane. And the closer we have him to the ball, I think the better. His combination with TJ Faiane, I think, is going to blossom for this Blues franchise in the future. And this is just the start of it.
Well said again, mate. Once again, you've shown me up there, boy. But,
does it not come to fight or flight, though? You've got to make it work. Where you put, you've just got to make it work, right?
He wants to be out there. That's after last year, he just wants to be out there. He just wants to be playing, and he's doing that. He's making the most of that thing. And as you say, a player's always going to play better where they're in a position they want to be. And as you say, he wants to be there, so go for it, son. He's doing well.
How are we seeing this shaping up? What are our thoughts on this match? On paper, the Blues should have this. What's your gut telling you?
Well, I mean, my colours never change. My blood never changes. I'm Blues all the way. And I think, they are playing. I say I'm playing 30 points. Quite an open, expansive game of rugby today.
Yeah, I think the Blues are going to win. I think they're going to win handsomely. I think around about the 20-point mark, I think, for me. But I think this is the time the Blues are going to win at home. They haven't won here, so they need to win.
And this is going to be crucial for them. They take this win, it's going to set them in very good stead, moving on to the Brumbies, and then a much, much earned bye that they're looking forward to. Leon McDonald, you heard him earlier say that they know they're only one loss away from copping flack. They don't want to go back there. Any pressure the Blues are feeling now, though, I think it's coming from within the camp, and that could be a good thing. The Blues, they will see just what kind of bite the Lions have this afternoon when they engage in this round 7 Super Rugby battle at Eden Park. We are going to be back with live coverage of the match. A stunning day in Auckland, live and exclusive right here on Sky after this.